Hello everyone, my name is Hopkip and welcome back to Guys Star, where today we are actually finally, no it's not finally, we're going to actually be finishing, at least hopefully finishing, Serval's companion quest that I just since I did Kafka's, we only have two left. We have Clara's and we have Serval's. So yeah, that's yeah, I got that.
Don't worry, Mr. Svarog. We'll be safe here.
And then after that, I don't really know where. Oh, I think that's in the. Is that in the? I was gonna say space station, but that's not what's called, the subway. Okay, there we go. It's so undermined. I was like, where the hell is that? Oh, there it is.
You're here. Thanks again for agreeing to this.
I mean, it's kind of my job. You know,
They're behind us. If negotiations go well, then Dunn will lead them down into the underworld. He's a very capable sergeant. Upright, plain-spoken, a model Silvermane guard.
Yeah, he's also a sip.
I assume you remember him. You and Serval ambushed... subdued him in the Silvermane Guard restricted zone. I think he was out cold for most of the action.
Yeah.
The conflict was a product of the situation. I understand.
It'll be fine, right? No hard feelings.
Not to mention, he wasn't in bad shape when we found him. Thank you for holding back.
I mean, I don't think we want to, like, murder him.
Don't worry. The hard work is already behind us. The highest priority for today is establishing good negotiations with the Chief of Wildfire. I'm about to get that process underway. Serval was a little delayed on the way over, but that doesn't affect our schedule. Let's set off.
What kind of response is this? Yeah, it's fine. I was like, you know, a week delayed, so it's
Hold
fine.
up, I wasn't that late.
Negotiations will be held in the Boulder Town Clinic. Serval and I are newcomers, so you'll have to lead the way.
It's not that hard to find. Okay, so we're just gonna
The underworld
teleport.
isn't exactly how I remember it.
Feels like we're not getting many friendly looks, huh?
Did you blend them? Okay, I'm probably gonna go the other way, but you know, I'm just gonna go this way because I'm already going there. There he is. There's Oleg. Is he gonna actually have mouth movements this time, or is he?
Well, well, well. I don't think our little clinic has ever played host to an occasion like this.
We meet again, Mr. Oleg.
Oleg will do, son. Oh, you. You probably won't know. Our young Silvermane friend here and I had the pleasure of speaking to each other at a certain Guardian succession ceremony. We're not complete strangers. But as for this young lady...
I mean, I'm sure she barely believes her building.
The name's Serval. I'm, an ex-engineer from the technology division, and Gepard's sister? Pleasure to meet you, Chief.
Likewise, miss. The more the merrier. And it's good to have you here again. It bothered me and Natasha that we never arranged a formal welcome for you. Once we're done talking, you must all join us for a meal.
Yeah, everyone says that, but it never happens, so...
We'd be honored. But to your point, Oleg, let's finish our discussions first.
Quite right. Let's head inside. Too much commotion out here.
No, that's fair. Alright, what do we got? Alright, Natasha, what do we got?
Huh. So she's your sister. The Landau family is full of talented young people, I see.
I guess that's one way to put it.
You're worried that Underworlders might still hold a grudge against the Silvermane Guards. So you want to show your solidarity with the Trailblazers to build some trust. Seems like a sound strategy to me.
What do you mean by that?
Rebuilding trust between the two worlds has always been a priority for Lady Bronya. People here must have felt abandoned by the guards after the passage was sealed off. If we were to simply take over the underworld in the name of the Supreme Guardian, I can only imagine how people would react.
Yeah, they'd probably not be very happy.
Seems like you have a good handle on the situation. I see now why you made captain at such a young age.
So, you're also saying the guards want to work with Wildfire and use our reputation to win back people's support, correct?
I wouldn't use those exact words, but that is more or less what we want to achieve.
If that's the case, I've got a question for you.
Okay, yeah.
Since this offer comes from those who left us to our fate for more than a decade, how would you react if Wildfire refused? Would you use force?
Highly doubt.
She's not trying to be diplomatic about it, is she?
Yes, you
Who is she, anyway?
very intimidating.
The barrier between the surface and the underground was the product of the former Supreme Guardian's misjudgment and the policies that resulted from it. The people of Belobog should have stood together, but instead, we were made to blame and hate one another. Lady Bronya wants Belobog to heal, so the Silvermane Guards need to regain the people's trust. But we won't achieve that by kicking doors open and policing everyone around.
He gets it.
As a grassroots organization, Wildfire did an extraordinary job maintaining order for over a decade in the absence of the guards. I can only imagine how much work you put in to protect the underworld.
He gets it. He's good.
I can assure you that the guards are not here to seize power. If it takes time for the people to trust us, so be it. We're willing to take small measures and serve as an auxiliary force to Wildfire to help maintain peace.
Come on, Natasha.
I hope you can see that everything we do to rebuild trust and make Belobog work for all.
Just, you know, I'm gonna say this
I've
one.
never really seen this side of him before. The more you learn.
Yeah, this is true.
That's an answer I can accept. Oleg, what do you think?
I'm tired of you guys yet.
I think there's no need for the guessing game to continue. It's obvious we share the same goal. With the help of Bronya, Serval, and Gepard, we're one step closer to rebuilding a united Belobog.
I mean, obviously, it's not gonna happen like immediately.
I agree. Tell Bronya that Wildfire will work with the Silvermane Guards on security matters. However, things aren't simple down here. Please also tell her to draw up plans in case the situation demands...
What? Monsters! Monsters from the Fragmentum!
Okay. Well,
They're swarming toward the town!
Not good. Stay here, Natasha. The patients need you. The soldiers and I will handle this.
Understood. We'll be
yeah,
counting
that's
on you.
fine. I can obliterate things. It'll be good.
Everyone rushed outside. I should probably see what's happened.
Dude, why would I not go with them? How slow am I?
Please, help my friends!
Yeah, what happened?
The monsters invaded the mine! Please, you have to save my friends, otherwise those things would tear them apart!
Don't worry. The Silvermane Guards are trained for these situations. Where do we find them?
The Great Mine! The one with the big ore vein!
Understood.
It's
send
always
miners
there.
to
It's
set up a perimeter and start the rescue operation. Mr. Oleg, please entrust the Silvermane Guards with the rescue. The defense of Boulder Town will need Wildfire's expertise. Watch out for ambushes and be ready to receive wounded soldiers.
You're a natural-born commander. Understood. Leave it to me, son. Your troops will be unfamiliar with the layout of the mine. I'll send some of my men to be your guides.
Thank you.
Dude,
In the name
I'm
of
here, you
preservation,
know. I don't need
I
to.
promise we'll do everything we can to save lives.
Yeah, whatever.
I'll go on ahead and lead the troops to the mine. Catch up to us when you can.
Okay. Alright, so yeah.
I couldn't get a word in while they were talking.
Yeah, that's fair.
Duty-bound soldier and a resistance leader. It's hard to be rock and roll in front of people like that.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
You know, maybe I need to put my inner struggles in a broader context.
You're
right. I've probably been idle for too long. It's easy to get stuck in your own head.
That's true.
It's just... I see people fighting for their lives, and here I am thinking about how to escape. I feel guilty about that.
I mean, I don't think you didn't necessarily have to do
Wait a
that.
minute. Was that Gepard's plan all along? Use guilt to make me stay?
Yeah, he doesn't seem like...
That's true. Anyway, since he asked for help, it's time to give those monsters a shot. You know the way to the Great Mine, right? Let's catch up with Gepard when you're ready. That's all you needed to say.
Okay. Let's use your monitor, fine. There he is. What do you got?
All artillery units on standby. Wait for my command to bombard enemy positions and cover our infantry advance. We have a choke point here. Tell all infantry units to switch to double line formation. Close quarters in front, gunners behind. Remember, get the wounded out as soon as possible, and always secure your flanks before advancing.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yes,
at this.
sir.
Ah, you're here. Get ready. We need to help the infantry lines drive deep into the mine.
Yeah,
The back of the mine has been secured, which gives us a forward base to send in supplies. The Silvermane Wildfire Combined Regiment is conducting rescue missions as they advance. The battle is fierce. I need to get to the front line. I'll leave the command post to my officers.
Alright, let's go.
I don't know much about warfare, but I don't see why a commander needs to lead the charge. The situation here is totally different from the restricted zone. Gepard, let me and her clear the way for you. You should stay in your command post.
Thanks, Serval. But please trust my judgment on this. I made a promise to Mr. Oleg to save as many people as possible. I have to see to it myself.
Yeah, I guess he's like that.
There's no stopping you once you've made up your mind. Fine. We'll do it your way.
Let's move out. We need to clear a way for Wildfire and the guards.
Alright, let's go. How do I get down there? Oh, there we go. I was like, how do I get down there? Did you maybe use the elevator that might help?
All civilians, please go to the bridge immediately. The Silvermane guards have...
There's a monster heading this way.
Bring it down.
Dude, those things are easy, come on.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Time for an overhaul. You won't get away.
Target threat detect, Lord.
Come on, those things are easy, come on.
Made it easy for us. But we can't let our guards down.
No, dude.
It's safe here. Let's move on.
Let's settle this.
You won't get away.
I'm sorry I have Kimiko, because I feel like half of these fights I would like not know who else to fight. There we go. So just I keep noticing Claire's foot just clipping into that into that
You won't get away.
I should be able to freeze him. So he is freeze.
Target threat detect, Lord.
Oh, come on.
Oh. I'll see you off. Receive divinity.
The only problem with this team doesn't have great, like, single target damage. So it's more of, like, Celia's thing.
Gepard, look. The miners have put up a makeshift defensive line.
Really,
Are you?
That's right. We're evacuating the miners together with Wildfire. Are there any other civilians up ahead?
yeah, we don't want to die.
Silvermane guards and Wildfire are working together now?
Now's not the time.
Civilians. I saw a girl run out from our defensive position just as my brother went after her. But they haven't come back.
Understood. I'll bring them back. The guards and Wildfire have set up defenses on the bridge. You should head over.
Thank you. Please, bring them back to safety.
I mean, they're not gonna die.
Oh no!
Leave the battle to us.
Okay.
I was about to say they're not gonna die, but like, this is a Honkai game, so you never know.
Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Eternal state. Dead
It kind of hurts my soul to say that.
You won't get away.
The tryhards, watch this awesome move!
I want to protect everyone too. Wizard Tora.
Don't get complacent.
I have something for you.
Tough luck running into me!
Not very helpful in this fight.
Here!
I guess I'm just gonna rely on cleansing damage.
You can't run!
And there we go.
I'll see you off.
That's...
Time for an overhaul.
That's... Yeah, because clear as you should just kill him.
I want to protect everyone too. Wizard Tora.
This is gonna hurt a lot. Ow.
Try that again!
You won't get away.
Nice.
Let's settle
The
this.
Mojo is so good. Like, oh my
I
god.
have something for you.
It's kind of disgusting at doing it. It's like, yeah, I'm like already back to full health.
Perhaps you humanity never conceals its
Oh,
desire
wait,
to
I
control
should
the
have
heavens,
seen it.
and I'm no exception.
Eternal sleep
Which
is not
is
dead.
It gives him a stack.
My turn! You can't run! Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move!
You chose the wrong end.
Time for an overhaul.
Surge.
Tough luck running!
God, you're so close to being dead.
Try that again!
Okay, there we go.
Let's keep searching for the missing girl and the miner.
Is it me or is it cold here?
I'm not here. You don't see me, I'm not here. Oh, okay.
We're in danger.
Get out of here.
You won't get away.
I want to protect everyone too.
Now.
Wizard Tora.
Quick, will be helpful.
Don't get complacent.
Break your shield.
Perhaps you still humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Shield her again.
I'll see you off.
Really?
I
None
have
of
something
them?
for you.
Are you serious?
My turn!
Bastard.
I want to protect everyone too. Wizard Tora.
He's still frozen. Oh my.
Time for an overhaul.
Receive divinity. Eternal state. Dead
Thing. Just don't freeze. Flare it. That's all I care about.
Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move!
I'm pretty sure this thing is like
I have
freezing
something
since I
for
don't
you.
actually freeze it.
You won't get away. Perhaps you humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Told you I could fight!
So that's. I mean, I'm definitely gonna win this. It's just gonna be like how long it's gonna take to actually kill him.
Tough luck running
Yeah,
into
I won't do it. Actually, I guess it's nice to see that.
You two, it's too dangerous here. Find the Silvermane guards in Wildfire at the bridge. They'll protect you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Zeno, take my hand. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, we gotta go.
It's so cold here. I'm scared.
The monsters have gotten stronger somehow. I don't remember them being this difficult.
I bet they're just stronger down here. I don't know.
Thank goodness we got here in time. If we'd arrived any later...
That's one brave little girl. You were like that at her age, too.
She didn't look that little. I don't know.
Huh? I wouldn't go that far. I only had Dad to deal with. He could be fierce, but nothing like the monsters here.
Yeah, this is true.
Besides, my problem with him wasn't that he was a strict father.
Okay.
I just couldn't believe that he never lifted a finger to oppose Cocolia's order to seal the passageway, vowing to protect the Underworlders in one breath, and then deciding they deserve to be abandoned in the next? Family code of conduct. What a joke.
Okay.
Father was a soldier. He wasn't supposed to question the orders from his superiors.
That's not a good excuse. This
Never mind. I know I sound like I'm defending him, and I don't want to make you angry. At least now we've got the chance to right the wrongs.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm angry just thinking about it. Looking back, I'm glad I left home early.
Alright.
Running away doesn't solve the problem. It's been ages since you two had those fights, but you still can't let it go. You need to walk out of his shadow.
I mean, he's kind of right about that.
I'm not trying to change your mind. I just want to know that your choice to leave this planet is a result of having thought things through. Not because you're trying to run away from something.
Okay, he is right about this.
My choice.
Sorry, I sound like Dad.
Don't worry about it. I get what you're trying to say. I do. It's just... I need some time. Let's focus on the business at hand. That miner we met said his brother came this way. We should look around.
Okay. Be careful, though. I sense a drop in temperature. Something that could mean something we haven't encountered before is waiting for us. Stay on your toes.
I mean, there's the ice enemies.
These monsters are tough. I need to fight.
Hey, did you just scare off...
Kind of. There was one on its own. I mean, speaking of which, you came from that direction, right? You see two little kids, a girl and her brother?
Yeah, they're...
Ah, thank goodness. I chased the monster too far and lost him.
They'll be okay now. You should head back to the bridge, too. The guards and Wildfire have set up a safe zone there.
Yeah, you don't want to die.
Thank you, all of you. I'm just glad they're okay. I can finally retreat as well. I heard there's a powerful monster down the road, some kind of leader of the pack. I take caution.
What the heck is
Thanks for the intel.
Is it just gonna be another ice thing? Or is
He
it
was
gonna be one
right
of those,
about the
like, mages
monster.
or something?
You too.
Yeah, it is
No
a
sudden
mage,
moves.
okay.
I've seen this type of monster a few times near the...
Yeah, it is a mage.
Wait, don't get too close.
Huh?
These monsters are usually eager to fight. You're guaranteed a fierce battle if you see one in the Fragmentum.
Okay, what
But
is it?
this one doesn't seem concerned about us. This could be a trap.
Yeah, are they that
I'm
smart?
not sure either. I just have a feeling that something's different.
Did one of them turn into a monster?
The air... It's so cold.
Stellaron promises survive.
Did it just... talk?
Steady. Get ready to counter its attack.
Did Gepard not hear that?
Gepard, Serval, Londo.
Did it just say Gepard and Serval?
I guess this
That noise! Do Fragmentum monsters usually sound like this?
Yeah, it's talking.
Talking? I just hear white noise. Wait. You understand it?
Yeah, it's
Our
repeating the name.
names? What's happening here?
I heard rumors about this kind of monster. Shadows in the Fragmentum that assume human form are echoes of the will of past guardians.
So was it like the will of Cocolia?
If the rumors are true,
Cocolia? You just won't stop haunting me. I try everything to put the past behind me. And yet you always manage to creep up again. Colia, you witch! You've terminated my research and ruined my life. What else do you want to take away from me?
Calm down, Serval. It's just a fragmentum illusion.
All that time we spent together, was any of it real?
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna listen to you. She's just
So
gonna...
easy for you to just leave this world behind. Don't you at least owe me an explanation?
Serval!
Londo, stand down.
Okay, here we go.
There is no place for you. The promised new world.
Sister, I know you want Madame but this thing in front of us is our enemy. It was born out of the evil gathered in the fragmentum. You won't get answers from it.
Sammy, he is right.
Fight with us, sister. Let's dispel the shadow of the past once and for all. Of course, if you're not yet able to confront the past, she and I will fight for you until your heart is ready.
You too. I'm sorry, brother. I always make you worry when things get serious, but I see what you're doing. Reverse psychology, huh?
Look at his face.
Well, seeing as we've come this far, Cocolia, let's settle this bad blood right here.
Alright, let's kill this thing.
You're annoying!
Ow!
Try that again!
Eternal stay dead. Return!
Oh, I should have done that after they got
Complacent.
okay, whatever.
Receive divinity.
Much obliged.
Repay.
Okay, that thing is weak to
My turn! Here! Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move!
No, I wanted to
I want to protect
hit the other one
everyone
out
from
of
the lizard farm.
Is this the one that just adjusts itself? Or is this the one that does the locket thing or whatever? Oh my... Okay.
I have something for you. Perhaps you still
But damn it, oh my
desire to
god.
control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Yeah, shit.
You won't get away.
Did he lose a... So he's gonna lose all this.
Tough luck, Renner!
I don't know if I've ever actually made it lose all the stacks
I want to
before.
protect everyone from the lizard farm.
Usually my teams are pretty slow.
You chose the wrong enemy.
I have something for you. You won't get away.
Told you I could fight.
I'll see you off. Receive divinity.
Much obliged.
Eternal
Do that.
stay dead. Return.
Then I should get Hugo's fault now.
Time for
Perhaps you anything that conceals its desire to
Why are
control
all these
the
enemies with so much health?
I'm no exception.
My turn.
It's a good thing that Clara has that debuff resistance, because I feel like she would have gotten debuffed like a million times by now.
I have something for you.
I'm not afraid of you. Tough luck, Renner. Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move.
Really? Okay. Okay, that was funny.
Serval. Serval. Why do you always have to stand in my way?
The temperature is returning to normal. The monsters are retreating.
Dude, that thing was weird.
I think it's safe to say that the shadow of Madame Cocolia was the reason for this invasion. The other anomalies we experienced were probably also a direct result.
So these kids just spotted
Whatever the
everything.
case, we've managed to avert a crisis. Are you okay?
I'm more worried about her.
Indeed it was. We're lucky to have an experienced fighter like you who can adapt to different enemies.
So is that supposed to be like a meta thing, or is that like...
It would have taken us much longer to fight off the shadow without you. Serval, how are you feeling?
I feel like something heavy has finally been lifted.
Bro, the voice acting there was so good, oh my god.
All that noise before it perished. Did you catch what it said?
Oh, fuck. Do I lie to her? I don't know, I should... I feel like I should lie to her. I feel like it might be better.
Really? I guess it doesn't matter. From here on out, I'm over that woman.
I can tell you mean it this time.
I would hope so.
I'm happy for you, Serval. It's not easy to truly put the past behind you. Looks like we accomplished our mission. I need to get back to the guards in Wildfire to wrap things up. You two should head over to Natasha's place and check in on the wounded.
I mean, that's smart.
Sure. Come find us later at the clinic. Let's leave Japar to his business and head back to town.
Alright. Okay, as my stealth skill, I was like, oh yeah, right, we're in a domain, so I can't do that. No, it's not. Okay. Here we go.
Don't worry, Mr. Svarog. We'll be safe here.
Alright, Natasha, what do you got? Yes, I know, you say the same thing every time.
I see. Thanks for bringing me up to speed. The clinic has been busy while you were gone. We've treated many people, soldiers and civilians alike.
Okay.
All in all, I owe everyone a big thank you. It would have been much harder if Wildfire had operated alone.
Yeah, I don't know if you would have been able to kill that thing.
Thanks to Captain Japard, we managed to keep our losses to a minimum. I'm sure people will begin to appreciate the Silvermane Guards after this battle.
Yeah, she helped.
How could I forget about you two? We couldn't have done it without your help.
Alright.
You're too kind. They deserve the real credit. I doubt I'd have come back in one piece without them.
Come on, don't be like that.
Sounds like you went through a lot of danger. Are you hurt, Miss Serval? I can have a look if you like.
I feel like she was not in the way you think. No,
I'm alright, don't worry. Everything worked out eventually. Let's wait for the rest of them to get back.
Miss Natasha, we've returned.
Is that Japard?
Dude, who else would it be? Who else would it be?
Mr. Oleg has a pretty good handle on what's needed in the mine. He's arranging for rescue teams and supplies to be sent over. He won't be back for a while.
Alright, I mean, that's usually what he does.
Looks like you guys have the situation under control. Thank you. I'd love to sit down and chat with all of you, but I still have a backlog of patients to see.
I feel like you always do.
Oh, there was a girl and her brother who said you saved their lives. You might want to check on them and see how they're doing.
Natasha's right.
Yeah, right.
We
I
should
was
make
supposed to
sure
run
these
them right
children
there.
are all right.
We got...
Come on, drink it up and you'll feel better. But there's smoke coming out of it.
Yeah,
It's you. You saved us from the monsters in the mine. You guys are Silvermane Guards from the overworld, right?
well, I mean, I'm not, but...
If you hadn't been there, we would have... I'll think of a way to repay you. I'll get a job and...
yeah, it doesn't
That's very kind of you. If Mom and Dad were still here, they'd want us to return the favor.
Oh, bro,
Mom and Dad went somewhere far away a long time ago. Haven't come back yet.
They'll come back one day, Zeno.
So,
Yeah, what's gonna happen?
you're looking after your
Oh, that's
brother
right.
on
I
your
accidentally
own.
turned on the auto mode.
Not really. It's my responsibility as a sister. I'm just worried that with all these monster invasions, maybe one day I won't. My brother is too young to survive in the underworld. To think he might have to live on his own.
Probably
The
fine.
misjudgment of the former Supreme Guardian isolated the underworld for more than a decade. With that isolation came tragedy, but under Lady Bronya's leadership, the Silvermane Guards will atone for past mistakes and bring relief to the people. From now on, you don't need to worry about the safety of your family.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be fine.
Captain Shepard,
Taking care of yourself is hard enough under these circumstances, let alone if you have a brother to look after. I know it can't have been easy. Zeno, right?
Yes, Mr. Captain.
You're still young, so you need to stay under your sister's wing. But when you grow up, remember to use what you've learned to protect her.
He's smart.
Be there when she needs you, and listen to her when she feels vulnerable. She'll do the same for you.
Why do I feel like you're projecting right now?
Okay, sir. I'll protect my sister when I grow up.
thank you, Captain Shepard. Zeno and I will remember your words.
You might not ever see them again.
You
but
know,
yeah, it's good.
I'm pretty good at turning a happy reunion into a tear fest. Let's call it a day and give them some room. If you're not too tired, Shepard, can I talk to you for a moment?
There we go. Oh, they went outside. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, I'm calling right now. It's just gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna leave.
What you said back there. Did you really mean it?
Of course I did. And it wasn't some last-minute speech I cobbled together. It's how I always felt. We can't always face problems alone and build walls to keep people out. We need to learn to rely on others. Especially those we care about the most.
Yeah, this is true.
I know what you're up to, Jeppy.
Okay.
Huh? What do you mean?
You made it sound like you were talking to those kids. But you were talking to me. Who's building that wall now?
Well, a Landau just called out a Landau.
Okay.
Shepard. I changed my mind.
Hey,
Change of plan. I've decided to stay in Belobog.
Okay.
Serval, I just want you to know that I would have supported your decision, no matter what you chose. I wasn't trying to force you to stay.
I mean, he doesn't seem like the type of person to do
I
this.
know that, Shepard. Don't worry. I've thought this one through for a change.
I mean, that's smart.
What you said was the last piece of the puzzle for me. I suddenly realized that my decision to leave was just me trying to run away from my problems. Wasn't a mature decision.
I mean, I don't know about that, but it just wasn't a thoughtful.
I've always found it hard to handle complex relationships. Be it Cocolia or my family.
Okay.
The first thought I have when things don't work out is to run away.
I feel like that's a lot of people.
Starting from today, that's no longer the case. After all, I'm not doing this on my own, right?
I mean, you gotta know some.
Right.
If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have had any idea about the hardships people were going through in the underworld. It made me feel like maybe I could help a little and make Belobog a better place.
I mean, I hope so.
I have one last thing that I might need your help with.
Yes.
I-
Not again. What kind of response is that?
Want to see the Stellaron. I want to see the place where Cocolia sacrificed herself.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't think it's there anymore, but I guess I
Say no more. We'll go with you.
Oh, but before that, I need to go back to the workshop and get something. Why don't you head north first, and we'll catch up with you. It's all right.
Yeah, it's fine. I can just
I've got
teleport.
Japard with me. We'll be safe.
let's go. God, dude, this place gave me PTSD again.
It's cold here.
I mean, I don't know what you expect.
Is this the Stellaron imprisonment device? They had such advanced technology back in the day. Impressive.
This is where Madame Cocolia died.
She gave something back in death.
Yeah, that's what I do. Alright, what do you got?
I wanted to come here to perform for Cocolia. To say goodbye. I'm glad you guys are here to witness it. Not the nicest spot for a show. And the equipment could be better. Sorry about that.
Oh, come on, don't be like that.
The stage is yours, sister.
Look at me, Cocolia. Don't you dare look away, because I will no longer live in your shadow!
She just didn't boy, okay.
Happy?
I mean, I don't know about that, but...
Happy. I just wish I could have seen the look on her face. Shame. Well, that's all from me.
Okay.
Thanks for sticking by my side throughout all of this. As for tonight, let's go to old Gerda's place and have a big feast to celebrate.
Why is it always everyone's idea to do?
So, you're getting the tab?
I feel like something's gonna happen. Let's not look. And there we go, okay. Oh, it's a part 2, okay. I mean, I guess it technically was both of their quests, kind of, but I feel like mainly Sorrells. Okay. So now we only got one left. What did I get? Disposable kinetic cannon. That's what I got. We only got Clara's left, and then that'll be it for the companion missions until next patch comes out in like 20 days. 20 days. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be about it for this episode of Hawkeye Sorrow, guys. If you liked the video, maybe hit a like button, maybe subscribe, and if not, that's fine as well, and I will see you in the next video.